He wants smoke. I'll bring the matches.
When it comes to pop culture and fun, we're the whole deal.
¿Cómo estás? Welcome to Side Dish. Me llamo Cabeza Cabrera. And that's where my Spanish runs out. But we also have the lovely Claudia Jordan in the building, along with my guy, Tanner Thomason. How the hell are y'all doing tonight? Shout out to the chat.
What's up, y'all? How y'all? I'm good. I think I'm no longer a Patriots fan, though.
Oh, womp womp.
They dressed up for PE, but they didn't play.
They sure did not.
It looked like they threw the game. Like, every time they should have thrown, they ran. I'm like, if you're 3rd and 17, why would you run the ball when you've been getting stopped after, like, 4 yards every play? Like, it just didn't make sense. It seemed like they were purposely trying to lose the game. No protection for the quarterback. I'm a Seahawks fan now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ride or die.
Seahawks put on the second best show of the night. Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo es Tanner. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? La fiesta está en mi pantalones. I moved to Puerto Rico.
We was in the same Spanish class. I know about the library, and I know about your pants. Shout to la biblioteca and El Correo.
My gosh.
Yeah, but let's go back to what we were saying the other day. When like they asked Stefon Diggs if he would propose to Cardi B if they won a Super Bowl, and I was like, on the strength of that alone, he's gonna throw the game.
Wow.
And we'll dive into that a little bit more. But in case you haven't heard, last night was a Super Bowl, and congrats to the Seahawks who won against the Patriots. But the real winner was Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, a.k.a. Bad Bunny. His halftime show, a.k.a. the Benito Bowl, was watched by over 135 million people. Now, Bad Bunny's whole performance was in Spanish, but it was still a vibe, man. Much of the performance happened among sugarcane fields to represent Puerto Rico heritage and export. Some of the other highlights.
Tierra de Maelo y Tego Calderón y de estoy cabrón, Puerto Rico, estoy ey, pichea Maldivas, yo me quedo en Palomino, ey, si no me voy PRD, un saludo a mis vecinos, ey, aquí el calor es diferente, el sol está ahí, no, ey, la capital del perreo, ahora todos quieren ser latinos, no, pero le falta sazón, batería y reggaetón, ey, pido con mi corillo que somos un montón.
That's how I felt. And if you look at it, he also was apparently wearing a bulletproof vest because he understood the assignment and the times that we live in. Now, some of the other highlights include Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, who I had to be told was there because he looks different now. Pedro Pascal was in the building. Jessica Alba and Cardi B danced in the background. Another Easter egg I saw later because, listen, that was the finest collection of human beings ever assembled for a football game in the history of football. A couple got married on stage. Bad Bunny witnessed it and signed their marriage certificate, hopefully in legible English or Spanish. He acknowledged all the islands in Latin America and the Caribbean and ended his performance holding a football that said, "Together, we are America," and a stadium screen reading, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love." What y'all thoughts?
Of course, I don't speak Spanish, but you know what? I think the Super Bowl, I love the Super Bowl or these huge events being able to be used as a moment for like a political platform or something to address something that's happened in us, in society. I know there's been a lot of complaints that why were there not any white people? White people, y'all ain't going through it right now. You're not. And last year it was Kendrick, and I feel like Kendrick put a Band-Aid on our hearts after the election. You know what I mean? Like I felt like it just gave what needed to be given at the time. Just like I think Latino people are under assault right now. And of course, Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, which is American, but he still kind of stood in unity with Latino folks that are going through it right now. They're being absolutely terrorized and hunted in America, much like Black people have been for many, many, many years. And I think it was what was needed. And it doesn't have to speak personally to you, but I thought it was great to use that as a moment. And it showed Latino people not as a threat, like this administration is trying to make them seem like they're monsters or they're all criminals. You saw love. And I know it had to be hard to do a message of love when you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now, but he did it. He understood the assignment. I thought it was great.
Yeah, listen, I heard people, I saw this. I wish this was my joke, but I saw it on Instagram, and somebody was talking about how if you're upset that there wasn't that many white people, that there wasn't any white people in the Super Bowl halftime show, you should look at the Epstein list because it's full of them. I thought this is like my favorite. I don't want to say best, and I want to say all time because that's a whole other discussion. But I was on the edge of my seat. I screamed when I saw Cardi B. I didn't even catch Jessica Alba or Pedro Pascal until the second go round. And HK, just because the same as you, that choreography was knocking me out. I got on Bumble. I changed my location to Puerto Rico. I started swiping right. I'm like, I'm in. Let's go. The show was stunning. It was beautiful. My favorite part is like, because I feel like there was that alternative halftime show, and they called it the All-American Show. And I'll let you make of that what you will, but my takeaway was, and I just thought this was the smartest, most brilliant thing ever. When Bad Bunny ended the show, he listed off all of the Americas. We think of the United States of America. We are the United States, but we're just part of North America. There's a whole South America, and he listed off the Americas, and I was just like, that is, to me, it's just so brilliant. I just love so much about it.
And big up Ecuador, who doesn't really usually get like a lot of love in the world stage. I used to work with an Ecuadorian; she was beautiful. But that turning point thing with the Kid Rock and all them, it was giving Rally of the Klan version.
It was also the most unattractive group of people I've ever seen in my life, which was the exact opposite of Bad Bunny's group. And to piggyback off what Jebo said, I could not stop looking at how gorgeous everybody was. And racist white folks, y'all need our genetics. I'm sorry. But when you mix everybody together, you get very attractive, beautiful people.
Yeah.
And every culture has their features that are unique to them. And I think it makes them beautiful. But like, how can you hate on that? Like the seeing those beautiful faces, just like able to dance and just being, I don't know, spicy and just entertaining and talented. How can you hate on that? And then you turn over to Turning Point. It's given, I don't know, cool cigarettes, trailer park, dust, jorts, inbreeding, molestation.
Jorts have a time and a place, and that's on John Cena when he's about to throw down for the WWE. That's about it. That's about
before he runs into the ring. All right, moving on.
Yeah, we'd love to see your thoughts in the chat, though. Let us know what you got to think about it. What do we got going on here?
Oh, yeah. Cardi B and Stefon.
Oh, my gosh. This is the other thing. Okay, I was just talking about Cardi B. Okay, well, Stefon Diggs, Patriots, they lost the Super Bowl. We saw that. Evidently, he also fumbled the ball. He lost his girl because internet detectives claim that Cardi unfollowed Stefon. And when somebody on the red carpet asked Cardi, what does she have to say to Stefon before the game? Normally, she has so much to say. This is what she said.
For Stefon before the game, one inspired message.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, well, that wasn't inspiring, and that is not the only thing. Cardi left the game early, and the streets are saying that Stefon had one of his other baby mamas in the stands with their newborn son, and allegedly this $1.2 million party that Cardi threw for Stefon, neither one of them went to it. Neither one of them went to it. He is a man of taste, clearly. So what do you think? Are these guys done or not?
Did the baby mama go to the party? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, man.
It'd be wild if she went like with the child.
I feel bad for Cardi. I think Cardi at the end of the day just wants to be, I think she loves being a partner, a wife, wifey, not, I just think she loves that. And she supports her man really hard. We know of two relationships she's been in. We know of Offset and we know of Stefon, and she seems to be a solid partner. And she probably thought she'd be in a better situation she just got out of. And who wants to be humiliated? Like, you can have your other baby mamas. I don't think that was a problem. I think he's just been out of pocket and a hoe.
Fair enough. When I go to the grocery store and I see Fabuloso on the aisle, it's in the same container that Ocean Spray is in, right? However, I know it's a cleaning agent and it's poison. So when you go into a situation that has a history, right, that you can Google and fact check and chat GPT, and you expect different results, Just because you dilute the Fabuloso a little bit, it is still a cleaning agent and you shouldn't drink it. Now, swap out Fabuloso with Stefon Diggs. You knew when you was having a baby that he was having another baby at the same time. And damn it, Cardi B, I love the earth you walk on. But goddamn, you like men have to do a tap dance when there's two women involved. You're going to have this woman that's going to be mad if you don't do something for them because you got a kid with that person. You got this other woman that's going to be mad. And apparently they both Spanish, so he's get cursed out in multiple languages. And I hate it for him. However, you knew what you signed up for. You wanted the Fabuloso.
Yeah, it's...
Did Stefon know what he was signing up for, too?
Oh, do you think this could be Cardi?
I think
No. I'm saying we are quick to say, and I agree with you. I do agree with you, Headkrack. We do, like, if you hear a lot of like scary stuff, and he has a lot of abuse claims from men and women. But then also like, yes, Cardi B, you did know that this guy had a troubled past, but also Stefon, you knew that this woman wanted a monogamous relationship with one person, and she wanted to be a wife. So like, I just don't want to just put it too much on her. I think that people need to be upfront about who they are and what they want, what they expect. And not, it's not just like, it's just not just her just overlooking everything. Like, he also probably sold her pipe dreams. No, baby, it's not like that. That ain't who I am. Thanks for giving me a chance. And I hate that. Now I'm not giving anyone a chance ever. So if you mess up once in your life, it's over with. I'm not doing it.
I guarantee you, Stefon Diggs told her, he said everything she ever wanted him to hear. You know what I'm saying? He said everything she ever wanted to hear. They went to that castle over in like France or something like that. Like, he took her to a whole castle. This man put the work in to get Cardi, and then you could be 100% right, Claudia. Like, for him, maybe that was just like another check, another notch on the belt, and maybe he was never about being with Cardi long term in the first place. That's one of those things where I'm also like, I feel like it gets harder the more babies you got by the different baby daddies for other people. I do feel like that's a thing.
You know what sucks? I think Cardi jumped into something way too fast, and a lot of people do that when they get their heart broken, especially publicly. You want to put a Band-Aid on your heart like quickly, and it probably felt good. I wish she would have stayed with the theme of like her song Outside. I just wish she would have just been outside and played with Stefon Diggs without getting pregnant, because now she's stuck with this man, a connection to this man for the rest of her life. I wish she just would have played around and not taken him so seriously, but I think she fell in love. When you come out of something toxic, you don't see the next thing being, because you're just like looking to replace the old pain with like some, she probably has dopamine going through her veins, and it felt better, but we could all see it wasn't,
Even the whirlwind that was going on with that album rollout too. So you have all the highs and the mids and you're pregnant, the hormones too. But I think you hit it on the head. He sold her pipe dreams. And sometimes pipe dreams equals just pipe. And when you pipe somebody down properly, it's almost like when you used to hit on the side of the Nintendo and blow the cartridge out. It resets it. It's just like new. You forget about all the things. And, we be on demon time sometimes.
It's so crazy to run this back and think about when we first covered them getting together. We ran that clip where they asked all the Patriots, which player do you not want dating your sister? And they all said Stefon Diggs. And we were all like, maybe it'll be okay, but here we are.
He's a love bomber and a gaslighter. Just even doing press for the Super Bowl, when he was in front of the press and they asked him if he'd be giving her a ring, and he said that's definitely on the agenda. He said that. Who wouldn't swoon for that? If he's saying that publicly, can you imagine what he's saying to her privately? Oh, you're the one. It's different. I never felt this way before. Blah, 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 blah.
He said, I'm going to get you a Ring camera.
Yeah. Ring around your bathtub.
Dang.
All right. All right, guys. This meal has been on the stove all weekend, and it's ready for... All right, last Friday, Trump and his bad wig posted on his social media a 62-second video that he and his team claim is a spoof of The Lion King. Well, the video had the faces of former President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle, on the bodies of monkeys. We won't show the video, but here's a still. Okay. When asked about it, Trump in his filthy full diaper refused to apologize or acknowledge this is racist in any way. Well, this is what I have to say about it. Of course it's racist. Of course he knew. He brags often that he's in total control of his social media accounts, that it's totally from him. And he deflected. He tried to blame it on someone else when some Republicans started having smoke for him. But we all know this is all coming from him. Trump has made no secret of his disdain for Barack Obama because it's actually admiration, and he wishes he could be like Barack Obama. He wished he had the body of Barack Obama. He wished he had a smart wife like Barack Obama. He wished he had the grasp of the English language like Barack Obama. He wished he has the peen size and the big D energy of Barack Obama. He wishes he had the education. He's a C student at best. He wishes he had the intelligence and being president of, was it Harvard or Yale Law School of Barack Obama. He wishes he had the love of the people. Republicans came out in droves in independents to vote for Barack Obama twice in a row. He wishes he had the Nobel Peace Prize of Barack Obama. But I'm going to tell you what he has of Barack Obama is, according to him, that he doesn't realize he has. The way he thinks that Barack Obama, he can dare to compare him to a monkey or an orangutan. You do have that on lock, Donald Trump, because orangutans are actually red. And you are red and orange as well. And if you shave the fur off of an orangutan, you will see it will reveal white skin and a fat, bloated stomach with hips and a red ass underneath all that fur and wig. And that, my friend, is what you look like. So once again, you are projecting onto Barack Obama what is actually, that's really you right there. And there are no orangutans in The Lion King. So you tried it. You weren't even accurate. There's a little monkey, right? And you tried it. And then the video has you walking as a lion, king of the jungle. You aren't the king of anything. You know what you are? You're the king of diapers. You're the king of Depends. You're the kings of IBS. That's what you're the king of. You're the king of being full of shit. You're the king of having a mushroom-shaped penis, according to Stormy Daniels. And you're the king of the Epstein files. That's what you're the king of. Donald Trump, go F yourself.
You needed the hoodie for that one because you killed that kid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Put that over ether.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Off the dome, of course. I'm so sick of him and this nonsense. Like, and then you just uninvited the one black governor.
What the hell was that about?
Because he's another intelligent, attractive, popping, relevant young black man, Governor Westmore, which I love him and his wife. The only black governor, and he's the chair of the National Association of Governors, and you uninvite him. You're only making him a bigger name, Donald Trump. So keep it up, because he will be a president, a real one, unlike you, who didn't need Elon Musk to mess with the machines to get the quote unquote win. You're a fraud.
And you're in the Epstein files a lot.
And you're in the Epstein files. And a lot. And
he's in the Epstein files more than Harry Potter is in the Harry Potter book series. He's in the Epstein files more than Jesus Christ is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he only got like 7 years, really. Like they
he
birth, and then
he just jumped. Like, they jumped from conception to like getting ready to get stapled up there.
I want to know about those teenage years.
Yeah, it's Jesus, the teenage years got to be wild. It's one of those things where it's like, first off, there's no yes, there's Rafiki, but there's no
orangutans,
no real monkeys or orangutans or gorillas or whatever. That's not in the Lion King. And the thing that's like so crazy about it to me is he tried to say that someone on his team, put that up. For someone on your team to think that that's acceptable means that you have created an environment where that could even be conceived as acceptable. And that in and of itself, like any one day, that alone would have yanked a president out of office a few years ago. That right there.
Remember Bill Clinton was impeached for getting head in the one time? This president has been accused of rape by many women, and according to the Epstein files, a 13-year-old. But Bill Clinton got head.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, what we're witnessing in real time is people who don't care what you see, what you know, and what you can prove, and that the rules do not apply. And I don't know what the next step that we as a people or a voting society have to take to make sure that this has a short stop, but something got to change, because like they are flagrant with the fouls at this point, and they don't care who knows or who sees it. And I know there's midterm elections coming up in a lot of cities, like real soon, and and we just have to make sure that we got the right people with their head screwed on properly, getting appointed to these particular offices so we can do a clean wash on all these knuckleheads that's in all these public offices, especially one that's supporting that asshole.
I will vote for the entire cast of The Lion King, including the monkey, over any Republican until they clean up their act and get back to normal Republicans when we had the John McCains and the Mitt Romneys where they have some kind of goddamn sense. Because these idiot KKK wannabe members that are just so childish they never deserve to have any leadership. They don't deserve to have any positions. They are disgusting. And I wish nothing but syphilis, herpes, and gonorrhea on all of them. And bad guts.
A pox upon both of your houses. And if you guys pay close attention, you can see the urine bag that Donald Trump keeps taped around his knee. Okay, moving on.
Even Scar was brave enough to own up to what he did.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're Lion King. But anyway, listen, before we go to break, Side Dish fam, stay tuned for a few surprises from us this week. Well, actually, we might have to slide it back a couple weeks because we're building something big. It's kind of like when there's building a Death Star, if you're a nerd. But we can't say what it is yet, but we want y'all to stick around and stay tuned. In the meantime, more Side Dish on the other side. See you in 2 minutes. Welcome back. Now, Cat Williams is never short on stories, and his latest interview is definitely raising some eyebrows. Now, in a sit-down with Big Boy, he made it clear he never attended one of these parties.
I would watch them all go up there, and, you know, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time. 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down, and, you know, just to see all them big-time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there, they all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up. That's why I said when I be going in places, you know, heads go down. That's because you know, not because nobody else knows. I've probably been faithful too. I probably knew that this whole time about you and I didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? That gives you a certain level of gravitas as well. Is that Will Smith know the story I have not told. Eddie Murphy know what I haven't said, you know? So it keeps everybody honest.
Yo, the same people came looking sad and oily when they left.
crazy.
This is a wild soundbite. Kat made it clear that these were his observations, but the comments have reignited conversation about Hollywood rumors and what really goes on behind closed doors. Do you feel like Kat should be bubble wrapped and be looking over his shoulder after saying all of this? Because he's almost like Negrodamus. Like the things he says, like eventually come to pass. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how crazy the story has been.
I thought he was just doing a bit and being funny because, I mean, I'm going to just go ahead and just say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties and I've been to other people's parties that they say have wild things that happen. And I think there's two different worlds. I think there's the party that they have that's for the public. Like, oh, the BET after party is at Jamie Foxx's house and we all go. There's nothing nefarious that's happening at those parties. Now, if there's an after party somewhere after a Diddy party, the regular crowd, they don't trust all these people. Like, it's easy to get into these parties. They would never do the nefarious stuff at a party that everyone and anyone could come to with camera phones. Those are the kind of things that are reserved to a special invite, like a hotel invite. Because I was in Hollywood for 20 years. I've never seen an orgy in front of me. I've never heard, hey, come to this other side of the house. It's going down. It's just been a regular party where they have caterers, they have someone perform, they have a DJ, everybody and their mom is there. People, they don't take our phones away. I don't think that those are I think there is a whole underground scene of those type of things. I've heard of mansions being rented out where when you get there, there's NDAs and there's rows being given and you got to get naked and, all that kind of stuff, but you can't have your phones. I do not think they're going to be that reckless at a party that anyone can get to.
Now, real quick, the part about him not going to the party in the parking lot, like, those was just largely his observations and, and maybe, some of it, spiced up for comedic value, but probably not too far from the truth though, right?
I mean, if you're going to get ran through at the party and get oiled up, aren't you going to you're going to go on the regular shuttle back with everybody else?
Probably not. Cause there's going to be a real quiet bus ride home depending on what happened at the party.
And I want to throw this out there, and Claudia, please weigh in on this. I lived in LA for about 17 years. I went to a handful of nice events. I would almost describe them. You get invited to some mansion up in the hills. I'm talking about expensive homes, and there's caterers, and there's valet, and sometimes there's an open bar, and then you're looking out over the city of Los Angeles because it's a mega $1 million home, and that party will last from 10 to 2 a.m. And then it's one of those things where the Diddy party stuff where things start to get sketch. Claudia, I think you're 100% right. I think that's the hotel, or I think that's adjacent. Or if people, if people are just really excited and they're staying up all night, then that might be something that's going on in another room in the house. And so I do think that there's two different parties. And what I would say about Kat's thing here is Kat's very funny. Kat's one of the funniest guys ever. But I don't think that Kat is hanging out in the parking lot for 6-7 hours to see people coming down at 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning.
No, Tanner, I was in the car. I was reading a book. And then I read another book.
So many books.
But I can't front. And anybody who says anything different is a bull-faced liar. If this was 10 years ago and we didn't know the things that we knew, if I got the invite to go to the other party, I would have been there. Absolutely. Now I know what I know. I wouldn't have gone.
Well, now
hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
I remember there was a New Year's Eve party and also a Super Bowl party at Diddy's house in Florida. And of course, I knew girls who went down there. And this is when him and I weren't speaking after he threatened me. But I went with my girl, I went with her. And he was there. They didn't let anyone go in the house. They had not porta potties, but a fancy outhouse. You could not go in the house. Now, if there was some stuff going down in the house, I don't know. I didn't speak to him at the party. I was just with my peoples. But I don't know. There is a world where the parties on the ground floor and underground, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and they know who they can try and who they can invite and who not to tell. Especially people that got a big mouth. They ain't gonna tell me, that's for sure.
Predators know how to hunt.
That's true.
On every level, they know who they can manipulate.
Exactly. Speaking of manipulation, Jocelyn Hernandez is back in the headlines after calling out one of the most powerful names in the game. Now, the Puerto Rican princess is claiming that Love and Hip Hop creator Mona Scott Young took advantage of her real life storyline with Stevie J and turned it into a ratings and revenue. Check it out.
A special woman, to say the least, and not in a good way. I feel like she take advantage, especially back in 2012. She really took advantage of my story with Stevie. And it was so many times that I called Mona to be like, Mona, please tell Stevie to stop with me. Tell him to stop harassing me. He's coming over to my house at 3, 4 in the morning. He's bringing in. He's knocking on my door. He's terrorizing me. And y'all know this, but y'all still hired this man for work. And that's just the type of woman she was. And I think that's the type of woman that she's always going to be. There is no in between with her. She doesn't know how to be best or be good to anyone. And she's with she's with but I'm with too. And I'm not scared of Mona, and I don't get by the bitch. But I just knew it was a lot of things that were done under her watch, under her time, on her set, that should have been stopped.
Okay.
What is that?
It was the look away.
Because she was part of the shits. She was part of terrorizing Mimi. She was with it. And there was one point where I actually felt bad for both the ladies because I felt like they were definitely being manipulated by Stevie. And of course, that's what reality television does. Now, it would be one thing if you were like, if Jocelyn was like, you know what, I didn't know the game, and she was very young when she got into it. But then she went on to have her own series where she was abusing the hell out of all those girls on Jocelyn's Cabaret, where she was so mean. She was beating up girls and doing all kinds of things. So it'd be one thing if she'd moved on from that and says, I even did it myself. I've learned, I moved on. But like, it's like kind of like someone that's been abused and then they go abuse someone else.
Yeah.
The buck has to stop somewhere. You know what I mean?
And they say she's sober now from cocaine, but you never know until I don't know. You have to fight a person whose energy doesn't go down, no matter how much they hit you. I've seen her attack women with Thanos level overpower strength, and it's like whoa, she's not feeling any of these punches that the person's and she can't be stopped. And I don't know, like when I see her say what she's saying, it's like, yo, when the hunted becomes the hunter, and it's a cycle. It's a psychological cycle, and I hate it, and I know she feels the way she felt, but I feel like there's a person who's gonna come out later, like, and be like surviving Jocelyn, because yo, man, she be beating the brakes off these broads on some of them shows. Because is it just the cabaret, or is she also on like a baddie show too, or like?
I think it's just the cabaret.
Man.
But she's been wildly successful with that, and I gotta say, Jocelyn, I hope you are clean now because I've always thought she was very pretty. And when she's on and funny, she is funny as hell. Like she could be funny, but the toxicity from whatever substances, alcohol, whatever, I don't know what you be doing. I think that definitely has hindered your judgment. Because I think at your peak, yo, you could really you're funny as hell, and people like watching you. Good TV, but I just a little self-reflection would kind of make
I think it's tough. I think it's tough to watch. And Claudia, you've done a lot more reality TV than just about anybody I know. So please check me if I'm incorrect about this. But I feel like sometimes it's tough to watch somebody who's come up through reality TV, and sometimes the dirtier sides of reality TV, and it has put them in this position, and they keep signing up for additional seasons, and they keep signing up for additional shows. They're with it, they're in the mix, and then to look back on it years later and say, oh, I didn't like how I was treated. Well, you didn't have to sign up for the next season. Am I crazy about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's talking about 2012.
Yeah, I listen, I know some insight. I know when she first started, she's probably getting about $3,000 an episode, okay? And she quickly elevated to 20s and probably 30 some $1,000s an episode. So I get why even though it's toxic, you're in your own you're in your bag, you're like, I'm getting this money, and what else are you gonna do? But yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have became a doctor instead.
Yeah, that plan C. Dr. Jordan's in the house.
I could have been an abortion doctor. I would have been good at that.
I'm going to take you to go see my doctor. Okay, cool. Guys, we know the Super Bowl is known for the big plays, bigger commercials. This one had folks talking not just for the last, but for the shade. A commercial starring Tiffany Haddish and Ben Simmons as the founders of a fictional service designed to help people excommunicate from their exes after a bad breakup. Check this out.
Their dog you.
At Simmons and Haddish, we confront your ex so you don't have to and get you resolutions you deserve.
Or at the very least, share custody of their dog you kind of liked.
That's right, because no one knows excommunication like Simmons and Haddish.
We'll get you excommunicated faster than you can go from an A cup to a C cup, guaranteed. Don't take my word for it.
Child, don't get me started on these two. They have no idea what they're doing. At all.
Whoa,
Look, man, if you want a peaceful breakup, don't call Simmons and Haddish.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm great at relationships.
those are definitely the wrong tapes.
My ex was so hot after Simmons and Haddish hit her that she wrote a whole album about me. And it went diamond.
You didn't tell me it was Mary J. Blige!
Simmons and Haddish promised me that they could put an end to this whole ex-girlfriend fiasco quickly.
That doesn't sound right.
Rapidly.
That's not what I said.
Okay. Pronto.
I said swiftly. Why is that so hard to remember?
Ah, that's on me. I came at him wrong. I thought he was black.
Okay, all right. Is this funny or is this some sort of celebrity-approved way to air out some old relationships, some old drama? What do you think?
I definitely laughed at the people that they managed to squeeze in there. Like, I don't know how many of those folks was real, but I definitely recognize Offset and Kayla Nicole. That's a person, right? Where's she from?
Kelsey.
Oh, Travis Kelce's ex. Man,
That's why they said the Swiftly thing.
he messed up.
Oh, she's gorgeous and her body's banging. Is it just me or the commercials this Super Bowl? So they were disappointing. Like, what the hell? What if there was funny things? But I'm like, what's the point of this and all these other stupid commercials that aired during the Super Bowl? They were
50 Cent had the best one, and they didn't even show it on TV. I thought it was for the Super Bowl. 50 Cent's DoorDash commercial was one of the most brilliant marketing employees I've ever seen.
I love that 50 Cent DoorDash commercial. If I get one more AI commercial or one more gambling app commercial, I'm over it. Like, give me something else.
I was one more of those away from signing up for Claude. I almost had it. Like, I had my phone in my hand. I was like, yo, no ads. Let me get the answers quicker. Like, Claude is kind of dope. Somebody was telling me about it last week.
with the rest of them. I was like, womp, womp, womp. The game was boring. The game was trash. The results, just everything. And then the commercials, like, it was just not even. It wasn't popping this year. Last year.
I bet you everybody did really good on Duolingo after Bad Bunny's performance, though. Like for it to not be in English and for everybody to be locked in the way they were, it was dope. And I think it was a testament of everybody's resilience. Because listen, America's made of everybody. And I know there was some people like Puerto Rico. God damn it, it's America too.
So
you don't need a passport to go to America. They're with us. Think of all the years that the Latin American, Spanish predominantly speaking people were not represented in the Super Bowl because the Shakira Jennifer Lopez thing does not count. And they finally got one. And people got their panties and their trucker hats in a bunch, and you could eat it.
Yep.
Being so mad. Yeah. Yep. I guess they forgot they stole half this country from Mexico.
Listen, I mean, I used to live in Los Angeles. Anyhow, we got to take a quick 2-minute break. We're going to be back with more side dish. Yo, Duolingo missed an opportunity right after that Super Bowl. That would have been their community. Hey, welcome back. Oh, we'll get Headkrack here back in just a second. All right. We got to talk about the most dangerous and, man, it's a place I've been before. I hate being there. It's the worst place a man can end up in life, and that's the friend zone, because once you're in, it's very, very, very hard to get out. You're probably never going to get out. So the question is, can a man ever escape once a woman says, oh, you're like a brother to me? Well, comedian Funny Marco sat down with Cam Newton and explained why getting unfriend-zoned by celebrity crush Teyana Taylor might be harder than getting a text back.
Did you manifest who you would like to be with?
Teyana Taylor. If she liked me.
She's killing.
I think I would be her type, but I know I'm like her brother or something.
Oh, you a friend?
Brother, friend. I'm so cool, sometimes I get put in the brother zone, too. And that's how cool I am. They're like, oh, you like a brother. That's because I'm cool, not because the looks or nothing.
But where, like, okay, let's come up with a strategy. What is your strategy to get out of that brother?
Oh, you got to stay in there. Once you're in there, a real woman see you as a brother, you are a brother. Don't try to finesse and play with a woman's mind. Just accept what they say you are.
So you cool with being Teyana Taylor's friend?
Yeah, whatever it is to get close to her.
And then when you get close to her, will you ever confess?
Be a better brother.
Incest brother.
No, just a better brother. That's it. That's the thing about.
Could you see yourself with Teyana Taylor?
If she could
intimately.
If she gave me a chance, I would be the perfect guy for her.
I want you to use your camera to shoot your shot at Teyana.
Hey, Teyana Taylor. This dude is trying to talk to you, and I know I'm your brother. That's weird. But if you're watching this, keep doing your thing. I love you. Like a brother. You're amazing at what you do. I'm here to support you at any time that you need me to be there.
Stop. Okay.
Okay. All right. Claudia, is the best way for a guy to get out of his friend zone to wait it out? Should he shoot his shot? What should he do?
He should do nothing. He should not try to get out of the friend zone, because like then you're going to get zero zone. If the woman changes her mind about you, which can happen, because when you're younger, your taste is different. Maybe when you mature, you're like, damn, all this time, the perfect guy was right up under my nose and I overlooked him. He's actually a good person and he's my friend. Let her like kind of say it first, because if not, you run the risk of her saying, now you made it weird, I'm out of here. Now you're not even my friend anymore. You know what I mean? I've had someone for a friend that I dated after like knowing him for like 10 years. And I thought it'd work out because I knew him, but joke's on me. Should have stayed in the friend zone. Psych, got you, bitch.
Talk about playing the long con. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, to go deep cover for 10 years just to like, like seal the deal. Like,
that's wild.
True Apollo legend.
He was mad. My chain was bigger than his.
Oh, I think he told me that story. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And one of the diamonds fell out of his chain. And I was going to replace it for him. I
Claudia got that big.
Not the actor, right?
No, he wasn't an actor.
Okay, okay, different guy. Okay, gotcha.
I talk about the same 4-person people. I've only been with 4 people my whole life.
I've kind of figured like usually like the best stories are about the same like
same people over and over again.
Same hand, yeah. These are characters. They really are.
Now
the friend zone, man. Like the best way to survive the friend zone, like Claudia said, man. Because like if you make it weird, it's gonna be weird the next day, right? Like after you get shot down, or they're gonna like start creating space and distance. You got to do like I do and use telepathy. I actually am the one who's usually doing the friend zoning, in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago. Like there's been more girls who've broken their way out of my friend zone because I just don't believe in the other way around, because I don't want to make it weird. I understand people enough to know that, listen, don't be a weirdo, don't make it weird. I'll let you make it weird.
That's you gotta HK. You're spitting. You're putting them on game right now. Women, and I feel like men are the same way. But I am in the pursuit of women, so I'm going to use the phrase women. Women want what they cannot have, and so if you're chummy friends and you're willing to like, and you know how to play the game just a little bit, just a little flirty, but then you're going to go over here and flirt with this other girl and leave your friend kind of wondering, well, he was just so nice to her and I was just laughing and we were just having a good time. And you're making sure that you're looking good. You got your game together. You got your confidence high. You might be able to work that situation. Similar scenario. There have been girls who I've kind of like kept over here just slightly as friends. In the back of my mind, I thought that there were maybe some potential, but right now I'm not really focused or interested. And let me tell you, they will work to break out of the friend zone.
That's true. We like what we can't have. Like back in my days in Rhode Island, I remember this guy. He was fine, but he was arrogant. And he told me one time, "I'm not going to try to hit on you anymore. We just gonna be friends." And I immediately was like, "Wait, up!" And it works. God damn it, it works.
Reverse psychology. Yo, shout out to Christine 6104 said, if my male friend saves me enough times, he is eligible for the coochie. See, that is another person who understands the playbook. That's an option.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. So we've all heard of arranged marriages, right? Well, in some cultures, your parents don't just meet your partner, they pick them. Well, content marketer James Hill explains why he thinks the Black community should start doing the same thing. Let's take a look.
People need to start having arranged marriages. The reason you need to start having arranged marriages is because it's going to force you to raise your kids better and make sure that they bring something to the table. A lot of y'all are raising your kids and you don't care what they become as long as they're a good person. Don't nobody want to be around that useless. You want to be somebody that people want to marry. You want to be somebody that people want to join the family. If you're just raising your kids and they just, "Oh, I don't care if you go to college, I just care if you're happy." Who gives a fuck about being happy and being broke? Set up arranged marriages. It's going to force you guys to raise your kids to be of a higher standard, and then the community will flip and do better.
Is arranged marriages the way, or maybe just being a better parent, or maybe that raising better kids? Y'all think this is a solution to broken marriages and generational heartbreak, or just a recipe for more family drama?
I would say that every now and then there's just people who just don't do well in the dating space, right? The traditional way, the going out there being a hunter-gatherer, trying to find the person you're looking for. And I do feel like there should probably be like, I don't know, an app or a site or a coalition to where like, all right, listen, man, you're a person of a certain age. We about to match you up with this person, and we're gonna put some things together. Cause like there's a lot of communities that do that and it kind of works for them until it doesn't. So like maybe you're not marrying for love, but you're more so marrying for survival and business strategy. I think there's some people who might just have to go out there and do that.
I'm not too far away from whatever age goes into that coalition. I'm not too far away from that. I got a little confused because at one point he's talking about marriages, and then another point he's talking about pushing your kids a little harder. And well, don't be wrong, I was pushed as a kid, and I feel like it is good to push a child to do things and maybe even that kid doesn't want to do, because he was certainly right about something. You can be a happy person and broke, and that doesn't mean somebody wants to be with you. So that's a whole other discussion. But as far as the arranged marriages, isn't it a thing, though, that the people who get these arranged marriages, don't they stay married longer? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, Black Americans are the most likely to have gotten a divorce, 41%, whites, 35%, Hispanics, 27%, Asians, 16%. And it says divorce rate for arranged marriages is 4 to 6%.
Wow.
Why, are they scared to get?
Well, I think when you look at the countries and the groups of people that do that, they really big on not offending their parents.
Yeah.
I think we don't care about our parents as much here. We're like, be mad. We don't care. And we don't have shame here. We don't get embarrassed. Yeah, that's a place that don't allow divorce. You got to, die. It's the only way you can get out the marriage.
Especially if your parents die young, because the cost of fast food's so cheap. So you have nobody to be like, shameful for. You know what I mean? Like, just like, just got to worry about their ghost.
Yeah. Do you think y'all parents could have hooked you up with like a good mate? Like, do you trust your parents' taste?
My dad would tell me who to not get with. I think I told the story about like, yo, your girlfriend's ugly. I'm like, God damn, Dad, I like Yo, but I stared at every picture we had together real hard when I went back home too. Like,
Oh man, it wasn't my parents could never hook me up, but my sister was just 2 years younger than me, and she was popular, and so she had a lot of other female friends, and that was, let's just say, that was great for a very long time. That was a wonderful thing.
How many of your sister's friends did you smash, Tanner?
Anyhow, we've got to go to a 2-minute break. We're going to be right back with the question of the day.
I want to know. right, it's time for the question of the day. You know, I got to set it up for y'all. Now, the recently uncanceled, I guess, Yes Jules tweeted that if a man slides into her DMs and she clicks on his page and sees a wife front and center, she's screenshotting the message and sending it straight to the wife. She even added she doesn't care if he just won the Super Bowl. Wonder who that could have been about. So, Claudia, should a woman expose the DM and alert the wife, or just keep it cool and just say not interested?
Of course you should. I think women need to start working together and just form a coalition. I think men will just be more in line, and at least more afraid. They'd be so bold. They'd be so bold with it. I'm like, oh my God. And I get offended if a married man hits on me. I'm like, what made you think that I would be okay with messing with a married dude? Get out of my face. Yes, 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 Jules. That'd be a good way to get uncanceled. Be an advocate. Be a girl's girl. And men, stop being hoes if you have a wedding ring on.
Okay, well, Tanner, to you, like, you know, if a woman DM'd you, you checked her page and she had a whole husband posted, what's your next play?
My next play, I'm gonna see like how recently was the husband posted.
He's smashing. He's smashing.
What? No, I'm not smashing. I have morals and standards, Claudia.
Look how he can't even make eye contact with the camera when he says it.
Morals. I got morals and standards.
He's looking away. He can't even look.
No,
at the
I'm
camera.
looking straight at camera. No, I'm not smashing. I'm not smashing. Wow,
Tanner,
this
look
is
me
a
in the
Monday.
eye. Tanner, look me in the eye and tell me this again.
Hold on a second.
I thought your camera froze because you didn't blink for a second.
Yeah.
He's locked in.
No, Claudia, no, I'm definitely not smashing. It is one of the, like, if I click on her page and she's got a whole man, it's weird. It's weird. I don't want none of that mess.
But if it's complicated.
Oh, now that's different.
He's smashing.
If it's complicated.
All right, listen, we got to go back. But when we come back, we have more show. And everybody's favorite game, Whose Cousin Is It? See you in 2. What would y'all do in the chat? Let us know.
right. All right, guys, it is time. We are back. It's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
Oh, my bad. All right. When a ex-Little Caesars employee is off the clock, but still on his grind, get this. A 41-year-old North Carolina man broke into a Little Caesars not to steal anything, but to sell his own pizzas for personal profit.
Yo, personal pan. Okay, he broke in, fired up the oven, and started making and slinging pizzas like he was on the schedule. 10 pizzas for $50. It does sound like a deal with a side of jail time, unfortunately.
Yo, and get this. He came back a second time while employees were actually inside. Staff tried to block him, but things got physical.
Sir, you don't even work here. Now, he was treated for his injuries, then treated to some cuffs. He's facing multiple felonies, breaking and entering, obtaining property by false pretenses, larceny,
and violating a city curfew that was in place because of a winter storm. Okay, whose pizza selling cousin is this? 41, North Carolina.
And that's where Petey Pablo told you to raise up, right?
Yeah,
like,
right, that's right.
So it could definitely be our cousin. But do we care that much about pizza to where like we feel like we revolutionized it and want to sell our own?
We do like a come up. I was leaning our cousin, but then will we brave the elements? We don't like water. We don't like snow.
Facts.
We don't like the
I
cold.
see.
A lot of us aren't
My cousins will brave the snow for sure. We are colored like the snow. That's our natural camouflage is the
I love
snow.
it.
I'm gonna do you say yellow snow? I'm gonna go my cousin.
I'm going other because it's like it's giving immigrant, brown immigrant.
Like Italian, like I got the better design. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tanner's cousin too. Like, cause like he really thought maybe he tried to go on Shark Tank, it didn't work out. So here we are selling his own pizzas 10 for $50. Let's get to it, man. Move that van. No, I wouldn't buy pizza from him.
Yo, they hit him with that pepperoni, didn't they? Dang.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got the personal hand pizza.
Wow.
Dang, Jonathan. Also, he's a chef. He's got a skill. Wait, hold on. Did our director Will say he got hand tossed?
That's the comment he won. Will won.
He did win that.
Yeah,
We'll be talking slick and like sometimes he distracts me because he says funny stuff and then we can hear it. Yeah. Will.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm appalled. Like, I can understand if you said this happened at Waffle House, but to get pummeled by a Little Caesars employee.
And he braved the cold, though. I got to give it to him because our people don't usually like the cold. So kudos.
I bet those pizzas were amazing, though. I bet they were great.
Definitely.
We'll buy 10. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Thanks for